right, so agents, life is good under 7%. What are your thoughts on rates being under 7% right now?
Well, I think that people got used to them being so high that now that they're under 7, they're kind of excited.
I agree.
And, I mean, you know, they got this, oh my God, it keeps climbing, it's climbing, and then we go over 7% and people are freaking the, you know, what out, and now that they're back below, I feel like it's kind of reinvigorate the market a little bit, and people are like, maybe I'll buy now.
Yeah. I mean, 6% when you're coming from 3 sounds horrible. But when you're coming from 7.25, it's like, I better buy now because the rates are crazy volatile and this might be the best opportunity. So this article is written by Sasha Jones. It's on therealdeal.com. So it says here, so in the past 2 weeks, as the average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage fell to 6.67%, down from the peak at 7.16%, agents began to see a spate. Not sure what a spate means. A spate of activity, I'm assuming it means a rise in activity from prospective buyers. What have you seen in the marketplace, the buyer psychology around the rates coming down a little bit?
I've seen people that are getting off the fence, maybe that have been on the sideline, that are thinking like, okay, I missed out last time. I waited because the competition was so fierce when they were 3%, 4%, and then they rose so high that I couldn't afford it. Now that they're coming down, maybe I'll try to find a way to make it work because I want to buy, but I don't want to miss the boat again. So I feel like more people are starting to kind of come into the market.
Yeah. Well, I think too what's happening is that now that the rates are sort of settling, and we're hearing a lot of chatter that the rates are going to stay in the mid-5s to mid-6s.
Yeah.
It's like now buyers are looking at it like, okay, it looks like the roller coaster has stopped, even though we don't know if it has. And so maybe now it's a time to logically start replanning my home purchase.
Right.
Article says here, it's not like they're getting a good rate still. It's like double what they were a year ago, but there's improvement. And that brings confidence in the market, and there's just signs that things are getting better, and that's when people start to flood the market, right? So we all know that the average person follows what most other people do. And so as the rates get better, and as people start to see more confidence in the market, that sort of spreads, the narrative spreads. So, and we're seeing that. You know, December has been a very active month for us.
Yeah, no, it has been. I think people that were waiting, like they're getting used to the market. That's what it is, right? They're getting used to like,
it's
okay,
the new norm.
It's the new norm. Rates are high, but you know, it brings us to, you know, how can you take advantage of this current market? And there's ways to do that. Even though the rates are higher and they're at 6 or 7%, there's ways for them to get the rate down, which we have clients doing and our lenders are doing. And
absolutely.
I'd like you to touch on that. And what are those called?
Yeah, so right now it's, you know, 6%, 6.5% for a 30-year fixed. But a lot of times buyers will see that number and just assume that's the interest rate.
Right.
But right now lenders are offering creative financing options called the 2-1 buy down, or even now the 3-2-1 buy down, where you're able to get a seller concession, use that money towards a buy down on your interest rate or the program, and that's technically prepaid interest. And then the lender will offer you a 3.5% for the first year, 4.5% for the second, 5.5% for the third, and then you go to the normal rate, which is 6.5%.
Right.
But the beautiful thing about it is there is a possibility of you being able to refinance in year 2 or year 3 and get a more secure loan. So when buyers see 6% or 6.5%, they shouldn't freak out because there are creative financing options for them that will bring their monthly payment into a range that is more comfortable.
Right, absolutely.
That's the bottom line. Like, talk to a lender, learn your options. Don't just write it off and say it's not a good time to buy.
Yeah, I think exploring your options, and trust me, lenders are getting more creative than ever right now because they slow down too. So they're looking for ways to help the consumer get a home one way or the other. They're willing to offer credits and do various things too because they want to get deals done as well, right? They want to get people into homes. So now is the time to speak to a lender. To explore your options, don't just look at it for face value.
Yeah, absolutely. And we say it all the time, and I'll go to the grave with this. Buying a home is all about math and motivation. I don't care what the rates are at. If the motivation is compelling enough and the math works out to where you can afford it, then move forward. The best time to buy a home is when you can afford it. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Right? So buy the home when you can afford it. It says here that buyers are watching the interest rates like the stock market. And some of them are trying to play it like the stock market. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's true. I think people are trying to time the market and figure out when to buy, when to sell, just like they're doing with their stocks or their cryptocurrency. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's true because they watched for a while, and whether you were in that last market or you were out of that last market where it was kind of crazy and the interest rates were low and the competition was so fierce, now people are watching and say, well, I missed the boat, I don't want to miss again, right? So they're kind of timing it out and watching it like stocks. When should I buy? When should I sell? You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. The article here closes out with exactly what you said, and I love this. Anybody who's still in the market or who has entered the market since the late spring, they are continually coming to terms with the fact that rates are much higher.
Yep.
And they've decided they want to buy anyway, right? One thing we tell our clients is if you're looking to buy as a primary resident, then stop acting like an investor.
Yeah.
Right? You are buying for a specific reason. You are buying for a quality of life. You are buying for the long term. So if you can afford it, make the move.
Do it.